In this video, we check out the mighty Gazelle helicopter. In fact, we check out a lot of Gazelle helicopters, but because this channel is called Hamilton James Cars, we do take a look at some P38 Range Rovers as well. Oh, and a complete stranger takes me for a flight in his plane and shuts the engine off. Strap in, because this is a good one. Story here then, guys. So we are in Abingdon, just outside of Oxford. Andrew is in that Gazelle just over there, and he's doing his type rating training on it because he wants to buy one of these craft for historic helicopters, which is really exciting. Now, you guys probably remember Andrew from the historic helicopters flight we did in the Lynx Mark 7 and our tour around historic helicopters a few months ago. I mean, you can see some of the Gazelles here behind us. We've got another one just here owned by a lovely chap called John. But also, I hate to draw your guys' attention away from the aircraft, but there's a lovely line of P38s over here. One of them is being used very correctly. It's towing a container of Jet A1 fuel. But look, we got some lovely P38s here. Obviously, P38s were pretty unreliable as far as Range Rovers go, but this one seems to be working because I've seen it bobbing around the airfield a little bit today. But let's go and chat to Andrew and get some initial impressions of the Gazelle. What's it like?
Very skitty.
Very skitty. We'll talk more about this on another video, but this door handle here is from a Renault.
That's small.
Because, of course, this was an Anglo-French design, this helicopter. So as the training goes, there was quite a lot to do. It was a lot of shutdowns, a lot of restarts, and 3 40-minute flights. So I had some time to kill, and boy, did I come across something cool. So obviously we're here looking at Gazelles, and Gazelles are now out of service, so you are allowed to buy them, but there is a whole load of difficulty that comes with that. Let me show you this. Let's get a better vantage point. Okay. This is what 10 Gazelle helicopters looks like. This is absolutely insane. So what we've got here is we've got a melting pot of all kinds of different serviced aircraft. So we've got Army, we've got RAF, and we've got Navy down there as well. The one right in the middle here was actually ex-Special Forces as well, but it's not just as easy as when you buy an aircraft, it comes out of service and you buy it. These all had to be bought as prototypes, and new design drawings had to be made to then be submitted, to then be approved so that you could actually fly these machines. So there is a whole huge story about how you actually get these bought for civilian use. And the guys here at Falcon Aviation are doing an absolutely incredible job. But one of these aircraft will join the fleet at Historic Helicopters very soon, hence why we're here, and Andrew's been doing his hours on it. This is the one that was used in Special Forces in 1980. I can't remember the exact date, but it was the Pathfinders, which is that logo there. This machine is absolutely stunning. I absolutely adore it, and the story behind it as well is beautiful. This one here was Army, but the other thing as well that's amazing about these machines is that all the engines had been reconditioned before coming out of service, and there isn't really a reason why they're not in service anymore, as France have just extended the service of these machines. So this was a French Anglo design, so it was designed by a company called Sud Aviation, which is the same company that designed Concorde. Sud Aviation then became Aerospatiale, which then became Eurocopter, which then became Airbus. So they basically said, well, this was designed when we were an older company, so we want nothing to do with them anymore, which again brings into why if you want to buy one, you have to buy it as a prototype, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But France are still using these, and they have just extended their use of them till 2035. It really begs the question as to why they aren't being used here in the UK anymore. And I mean, again, just to give an idea, I mean, that's an entire brand new tail section. That's another reconditioned engine. These are all brand new rotor blades. This is absolutely incredible. Wow, what a machine. Hopefully, on the next video, we'll actually be able to get up in the air in one of these machines. I'm really excited. Now, speaking of getting up in the air, I was sat in the L460 there, just in the corner of the shot, which is the same car that I featured in a video about a month ago. If you're into your Range Rovers, go and check it out. And I started talking to a chap called Hal, who just pulled up as he runs an aviation school here. And before I knew it, we got chatting, and he invited me to get some air myself. So I'm here at an airfield. Andrew's doing some helicopter stuff. I met this guy, and he's like, do you want to come for a flight? Yeah, let's go. Oh, this is gorgeous, man. Oh, all right, I've got the top. Well, after I'd had a go, Hal decided to do something pretty shocking. And he shut the engines of the plane down completely and then took control and brought the plane down to land with absolutely no engine power whatsoever.
Wow! Oh my god! Oh my god! What the? Oh my god! Wow! Gracious me! Wow! Oh shit! Oh shit! We got like zero gravity. That is wild. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh my god! Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go! We got this, dude! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Whoa! I'm not gonna lie though, the blood is pumping a bit. The blood's pumping a bit after that, I'm not gonna lie, that was great. Well, as you've just seen, we've just gone for an absolutely nuts flight in an aircraft. And Hal, I've known you for five minutes. Let's just put into perspective what just happened here. So I'm just sat in the Range Rover. We got chatting. Your name's Hal. You buy and sell aircraft. That's it. And this is your, can we show a bit of this? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. This is a little bit of what Hal does here. And we're chatting, you come in on the motorbike and we're chit-chatting about all kinds of things. Traffic, cars, morons on the road, Peugeot drivers, that sort of stuff. And then pleasantries, oh, nice talking to you, see you later. And then you come back and like, do you want to go for a flight?
Why not? You look reasonably bored in the Range Rover. I thought we'd try and brighten your day up.
Try and brighten my day up, because you have done some stuff with some YouTubers, hasn't you?
That's it, yeah. Recently, so
exactly. Yeah. And you did the thing where you left him in an airport and he had to survive in an airport or something.
Which he did. He survived. Okay,
instructor as well.
Yeah, V1 flight. We do flight training and all the stuff, examining and bits and pieces. But I mean, the most important thing is go flying. No matter where you go,
of course,
come to us, but go flying.
Can you talk us through a little bit about what we actually just did up there? So obviously you let me have control, which was cool. So we did a couple of sharp turns, which was really, really cool. Hopefully that shows up on camera. And then you said, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen right now? And I said, well, I imagine what you're going to do is cut the engine out, which what you did. Talk us through what happened thereafter.
So basically when you when you're doing your training, you're getting ready to get your license, one of the things that we do is we go through a lot of the safety and the performance of the aircraft.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, these aircraft are very unique. If the engine stops, they keep going, they keep flying. I mean, we were up there for quite some time, weren't we?
We came all the way down to a point of landing, in fact, without an engine.
Without any drama, no
issues
effort at all. Aeroplanes fully in control. So really, to try and give you confidence in this incredible machine, it's worth seeing. It's worth seeing how successful any sort of emergency can be dealt with.
For sure.
And you can land these anywhere. I mean, you saw where we landed.
Well, we landed on one wheel, quite literally one wheel. And can you talk us through the aircraft itself? What have we got here?
So this is a C42.
Okay, Cessna is it or no?
It's a German aircraft.
Okay.
Called made by Ikarus, and basically the C42 is the mainstay of the training fleet in the UK.
Okay.
It's a very, very good aircraft. It's very confidence building. It does everything that the book has told us an aeroplane will do. So if I teach you and I say, right, you're going to waggle this, you're going to do that, the aircraft will do everything as described. So there's no nasty sort of quirks or features that I have to teach people. They're also very, very robust. The undercarriage is super, super strong. The engines are incredible. The Rotax engine, which is mostly fitted to all of the lighter aircraft now, very, very strong, very dependable.
Well, it took off in no distance, no distance at all.
And most of the power to weight as well. So we've got light aircraft. If you put 80 horses in one of your cars, you'll be a bit disappointed.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you'll find that. But we've just gone up to 1,500 feet with 80 horses and 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour.
I mean, it's incredible, isn't it?
And it's obviously very light, because the way it was feeling under the pedals and under the controls, it must be a very, very light machine.
Yeah, very, very light. I mean, all up with us, the fuel and everything, 450 kilos.
Right, okay. So that 80 horsepower is actually more like 200 horsepower per tonne, which is plenty. Yeah, that's plenty.
Doesn't have a lot to compete with.
Wow, that was wild. Well, thank you very much, Hal. It goes to show. Guys, Just have conversations. Just meet. I don't know how. He's my best friend now, but an hour ago I had no idea who this guy is, and he's just let me take this for a flight. Amazing. Well, if you want to go ahead and get your pilot's license, go and check out V1 Flight. Also, want to give a huge thank you to the guys here at Falcon Aviation, and a big thank you to Andrew, who's been my best mate for getting on for 30 years now. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and follow along on Instagram at Historic Helicopters, or if you want to follow me, it's at Hamilton James Bow. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.